Hi, I'm Erica from CEPrintedProducts.com and welcome back to Paperclips. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about submitting print-ready art files. Everyone wants their finished order to look exactly as it does on the computer screen. But sometimes improper file creation, low-resolution images, and missing font files can derail a print job with additional costs and delays. Your first step to submitting print-ready art files should be to check with your printer to see if they have a prepared sheet explaining the files they are able to work with. Most likely, your printer will want files submitted as PDFs, but they may also be able to work with files from Adobe Illustrator, Adobe InDesign, or QuarkXPress. When you submit a file for printing, make sure it is high resolution. Oftentimes, printer will use low-res PDFs for proofing because they can easily be sent over the email. However, due to the lower resolution, they are not suitable for printing. Print-ready images should be a minimum of 300 dpi at their finished size. Anything less than this could cause the image to look pixelated. You should also make sure that the designer has the color setting on the file set to either CMYK or PMS, rather than RGB color, which doesn't allow for an exact match with the printed ink. Additionally, the designer should make sure to include crop marks that indicate the final size and position of the artwork and 1/8 of an inch copy around any edge with bleeds. Lastly, one of the most important parts of submitting print-ready artwork is to make sure you include all of the fonts with your artwork. There are so many variations in fonts that a printer can't possibly have them all. So make sure the fonts are packaged with the final files. Your printer may not always need the fonts, but sometimes minor adjustments or copy changes will need to be made, and the printer will be unable to do that without having the actual font files. Okay, so now you have your artwork and font set up correctly, and you are ready to send it off to your printer. The best way to ensure that all of the artwork and fonts make it safely to the printer is to compress and package them into a single zip file. You can use a program like StuffIt on Mac or WinZip on Windows. After you have your files packaged into a zip file, you are ready to send them off to your printer. If the file is under 15 megabytes in size, it can simply be emailed to the art department or customer service representative. Files larger than 15 megabytes should not be emailed and instead should be uploaded and transferred to the printer using either a file transfer service or the printer's FTP site. Check with your printer to determine their preferred method. The last thing that you should do when submitting artwork is to mark on your purchase order where the files were sent. Whether they were sent to an email address or if they were uploaded to a folder on an FTP site, this will make it much easier for the printer to match the submitted artwork with the purchase order. Well, that's it for this episode. Thanks again for watching Paperclips, and until next time, remember, paper is a renewable resource, so keep on printing.